Here we have a double leg hinge. And when you do this with a barbell or some dumbbells, we might often call it a Romanian deadlift, but it's certainly a movement and position where we're getting the pelvis now to move horizontally in space. The way that we're going to set this up is shoulder width apart. Now you can pick a soft bend in that knee is going to be absolutely fine. We don't want you too bendy, but you certainly don't need to have it straight. It's better if you have a soft bend in the knee. With the hands, we're going to put them again on those hip bones here. All right. And the movement itself is where we start to get these hips moving backwards in space. And you'll notice, because I have the wall behind me, that my bum is going to be getting closer to the wall as I work through the movement. So as I go back, I'm pushing my hips backwards. The angle of the knee is not going to change. Okay. So as I push my hips backwards towards the wall, my head now is going to act as a counterbalance. And what we'll see in some people is they're so keen to get their hips backwards towards the wall, because that's the cue that we've given, that everything comes back and the head comes with it. All right. We'll find that these people are on their heels and they've lost contact with the balls of their feet. So throughout this movement, and it will take some time to get centered over both the heel and the ball of the foot, or what we call the midfoot, is to slowly move into that position. And what that you might find is that reduces your range of movement to start with, and that's fine. But here I'm centered, I'm not on my heels, I'm certainly not so far forward that I'm going to fall forward because my heels are up, and that those hips are moving towards the wall. Okay? The angle of the knee doesn't change, and in this top position here, I'm going to big squeeze of the glutes. Pushing the hips back towards the wall, loading through the midfoot. My head now is counterbalancing the glutes. And then I come up, big squeeze. If you're not quite feeling a stretch through the back of these hips, or indeed in the hamstrings in this bottom position, a couple of things could have happened. You've either bent the knees too much throughout the movement, so you've started here, and as you've gone down, you've gone into a more of a squat pattern. Or you might have gone backwards, you've reached the end of your hip capacity at the moment, but you're thinking, I must get lower, and so therefore you've run out of hip room, and you've started then to use your spine in order to approximate your head closer to the floor, which certainly gets you deeper, but not as a result of more hips. Okay, so you've run out of hip room. So just be aware of that. This is where filming things may become useful. I'm back, I'm nicely centered over the foot, and then I've come up and I'm going to squeeze. Okay, hips back towards the wall, loaded. You can see there I went back into my heels. I'm going to come back onto the midfoot. If I go any lower than this, I'm going to start moving through my spine, so that is enough for me, and then I'm coming back up and I'm squeezing. You should feel connected all the way through, from the heel all the way up through the calves, hamstrings, and opening up of that space. On the last rep, as you go down, you're going to find that position and spend some time here by breathing for 30 seconds. And then come up after your 30 seconds. One last big squeeze.